Where is the line between dreaming and feeling blue? It's 4 o'clock in the evening. I haven't left my room, but the truth is, if I'm honest, I feel stuck here in the middle.
Good morning, guys. So I slept at Walmart again. Why did I sleep at Walmart? You might ask. Well, it was just convenient last night. I have a bunch of stuff I gotta do today. But first of all, we gotta talk about something. I've been living in here for a year now. So obviously I have to make a video about it. But first, I think we need some coffee to talk about this. You obviously have to make your bed before you talk about this stuff, right? I also wanted to show you guys this. I got a new tripod too. This one's actually my height, so I'll be able to, I don't know, make videos that are as tall as me. There's supposed to be some more stuff coming in, but it didn't come in yet, so I'll have to wait on that, but yeah. Now all the coffee's cooking, maybe I'll just explain where I am. The weekend videos are about 2 months back, where these weekday videos are more so like, they're just informative videos and me talking about things that, about the lifestyle basically. I like to do that just so I can do 2 different types of content. The informative videos lately have been a little hard to come up with ideas because, oh boy, I've talked about a lot. There is, I think, probably over 35 informative videos, and after that, there's almost so much you can talk about with this lifestyle. But yeah, by all means, if you guys have any major questions you need answered, be sure to leave them in the comments. Hopefully I'll be able to make a video about it. Where am I right now? Well, I'm in Edmonton, Alberta. Specifically Leduc. I know, that's not an ideal place to be for the winter. And don't worry, I'm working on that. I'm heading south later today. But first of all, I think we need to talk about like 1 year living in this truck camper and just the general stuff about it and what's not. It's like my birthday right now. Like 1 year in here. That's amazing. If you had told me 5 years ago that I was going to be living in a truck camper and I'd be living in it for an entire year, I would have told you you're crazy. But here we are. Life changes, right? Coffee's almost done. We'll get to it soon. That's right, you boil. That just starts the morning so good. So I never planned on living in a truck camper for a year. My original plan was to basically go stay out in Whistler for about, I don't know, 3 months and go snowboarding last year. Obviously that didn't happen. I did make it out to Whistler and I did go snowboarding, but I did not stay there for 3 months. I ended up staying in my little hometown Whitecourt and working for, I think I was living in here for 6 months while working. And there was nothing wrong with that. That was fine. But when you had a goal that you were going to be traveling to like somewhere to go do something like that, and it kind of doesn't work out, you make other goals. So that brings me to like the summer, and I had decided that at that point I was going to quit my job and go travel around for the summer because I had always wanted to do that. Has it continued on to now? Yes. things definitely haven't slowed down, and the channel's been doing great thanks to you guys. And so I'll just keep pumping out the content and keep doing this until it doesn't make sense anymore. But as of right now, yeah, super happy and all that. But back to the topic. So I didn't plan on moving into here. Like I was saying earlier, if you had told me 5 years ago that I was going to be living in a truck camper, I would have laughed at you. And it's definitely one of the best choices I've made. From the fact that I can live off of just about barely anything for money-wise, and I get to create like awesome little videos for you guys, that's pretty awesome. There's also the fact too, like I didn't know if I'd ever be in a position where I'd be able to travel around and do this, and I'm here today doing it. I guess that being said, if I was doing this and still working in Whitecourt, would I be still living in this? I think the answer to that is yes, because, well, that little town, it never, like, prices there for houses never really skyrocketed or anything. There's so many things to buying a house that you just don't think about that cost extra money. There's garbage pickup, there's water, there's utilities, there's taxes. Property taxes are crazy, and for some reason, like, you get to some little towns and they want the most in property taxes ever. And it's just, and all those little things, they add up and start costing you lots. And that's not to say that there's not little things in this that add up and cost you lots. There definitely is. There's propane, there's fuel, there's maintenance on the truck, like, but I can definitely tell you it's not as much as what those reoccurring things costed in the house. A lot of people ask, like, oh, well, what are you going to do for retirement eventually? And it's like, I'll put money away. I do have some money put away for that, and I'm okay. So I'm not too worried about that. So yeah, I never thought I would have, but here we are, and it's probably one of the best decisions I ever made. I absolutely love this lifestyle. It just fits me so well. Like, everything that I want to do, this just works. You're traveling around, you're being able to go out and do like so many amazing things, and being stuck in that house and like just constantly paying the bills and then having nothing left to be able to go and travel and do anything like this, it was a crap way to live. It wasn't good for me, and I didn't like it. And I know a lot of people will put up with it and deal with it, and that's fine. But that's not me. I'm different, and that's okay. I've very much realized that it's okay to be different. Because if different is this, I'm definitely okay with it. Now, like many of the people probably watching this, you're looking for information on this lifestyle and maybe how I feel about it after doing it for an entire year. Was there things that were harder than other things? For the most part, all the information is out there, and a lot of people are upfront about like what's going to be difficult with this lifestyle. And I really think the difficulty is kind of on you. I have a bathroom, I have a 4-season camper, I have a full-size fridge, I have basically everything that a house would have except for space. That is about the only thing that I don't have. I also have like a really redundant electrical system that's going to be able to give me enough off-grid power to last for days. So I don't deal with that as my issues. What my issues actually are is more so just tends to be like what's convenient. So yeah, sometimes getting propane can suck. If you're in a smaller town or something, there's not many choices for it, and a lot of times you'll either have to pay up to get it filled and pay like a flat rate to get them filled, which I call as highway robbery, but that's a whole nother story. But that problem's also solved once you're in a city. It's pretty easy to find a place to get cheaper propane in a city. Honestly, I haven't actually had issues with finding it in little towns too, but there has been like the handful of places that I've went to, and all they have is either one place that sells propane and they know it, or another place that all they do is the exchange, which is really a big ripoff. One of the things that has been like super easy is during the summer finding water or a dump station. That's like, they're kind of everywhere, so I don't really worry about that. I guess if you're off grid lots and you want to spend like a month off grid, yeah, you'll probably want to do a different type of system, something with a composting toilet. And then I don't know what you do with your gray water. I'm not going to tell you what to do with that, but I prefer to dump my gray water into a dump station, and that's just how I handle that. So me getting a composting toilet or something like that, that never really crossed my mind. I don't know anything about composting toilets, and dumping the tanks, it's never really been like a issue for me. Now come winter, that's when dumping the tanks gets a little bit more difficult. Most people don't expect you to be dumping your tanks in winter, so there's no services for like dump stations getting cleaned out or anything, or yeah, so they can be frozen over, they can be, yeah, and then water, that's a whole nother story. You're basically asking people for water. That can be really difficult. I knew that coming into this. There's certain places that are easier. You get down to like the Vancouver or Vancouver Island area, or just more south to somewhere that there's no snow or it doesn't freeze, then yeah, you'll be able to find water. But ideally, there's a lot of places I've noticed that if you just go ask them, they'll be like, yeah, our hose is on, so you can use some water. Or they'll charge you like $5 for it or something like that. It's not a huge deal. I guess you have to just put yourself out there and just kind of ask. So finding places to sleep, that's been hit and miss. Of course, new places, that's kind of difficult. There is apps for that, and I do use iOverlander sometimes if I'm in like a new town, or like right now I'm in Leduc, and a lot of times you don't know if it's okay to stay at the Walmart or not, and so you go on that app, look, and if someone else has stayed there, odds are it's fine to stay. So I just go on there, check it, stay at the Walmart. Or you could just go inside and ask if it's okay, and odds are they'll say, I don't care. So that's the other thing. There's really no issue in just asking. The worst thing people are going to say is no. So yeah. The other night I actually stayed on a side street in front of a friend's place, and that was actually okay. It was really quiet in a residential area. Didn't realize it would be that quiet. It was actually really nice. I might start staying in residential side streets now. I mean, if you show up late and leave early, no one's gonna notice. For the most part, don't hold me to that. I'm sure there's someone up at 2 a.m. that's like, who's this guy parked outside? Like, it's a lot of decision making, it's a lot of thinking and stuff, but all in all, it has been pretty easy. I've said this before, there's a lot of things hard about owning a house too. You don't choose your hard, that's it. You don't get to, there's no easy way of life. You just choose whatever's going to be hard for you. So, I guess the next thing would be, this lifestyle has kind of changed me. I feel like a very different person after doing this for so long. I feel much more on the move and, how do I put it, alive? I don't know. I used to always think time was flying by really fast when I was living in a house and there was nothing going on, and the days just kind of went by really fast. And I couldn't have been more wrong. I've been now, ever since living in here, I've been noticing like, and doing actually something I love to do, like making videos and just living this lifestyle and being able to go hiking and everything. Every day just kind of flies by. It's unreal, and it's almost like, I don't know, it's good, but it's also feels like time's just, yeah. Time's going by so fast, but I feel like I'm living in every moment of it, which is kind of nice. It's a lot to think about. Anyways, I gotta run in the store. Oh, that looks chilly. Okay, don't slip. Wow. Nice ice fog out here. I think another thing too is my intuition to like bad scenarios and stuff. That's changed a lot. I feel like I have pretty good intuition for that. I don't know. I follow my feelings a lot more. If I don't feel safe somewhere, I just leave. If I don't like a situation, I just leave. I don't ever have to stay for it because my home's on wheels. It is so cool out here right now. Like, look at this. Yeah, I don't mind Walmart parking lots. I think they're nice to stay at. Have you guys ever been in Walmart before 9 a.m.? It's wild. I mean, we're celebrating 1 year. We need cake. Yeah, this morning was pretty cold. -10. Camper handled it great. Much better than the old one, so that's quite nice. I guess that's another thing to talk about too, is I'm not in the same camper I was a year ago. And the reasoning for that, there's not really any obvious reason. I just wanted more space, and I thought this would work better for me. Yeah, so something I definitely found out early on was if I was going to do this lifestyle successfully, I wanted more space. That other truck camper was just getting too small. And I sometimes question to myself if this one's going to have the same thing happen. But I've now been in this truck camper, I think, well, 6 months. So the same amount of time that I was in the other one. And it does not feel as much like I did after 6 months in the other one. The other one definitely felt like the walls were closing in on me. I needed more space. It just wasn't right for me. And I don't know, maybe winter will have that effect on me with this, but I guess we'll see. So far though, this one for insulation wise and everything is like miles ahead of what that last one was. I can't believe how, like, -10 right now, that furnace would be running non-stop in the other one just to keep up. And this one, it'll shut off for like 15 minutes. It won't run as long. Like, it just holds the heat in here so well. And I think having the dual pane windows and everything, that's just another bonus to it. I didn't even bother putting like plastic over anything. Yeah, this is a big thing. It made life in this a lot easier, and that's something with this lifestyle too. I know a lot of people go into this lifestyle and they like the challenge of it. They like it to be a lot harder than it is, and that's fine. Whatever you want it to be, this lifestyle can be. Obviously, I wanted something with a lot more comforts, like a bathroom, running water, everything like that. And at the cost of weight, and it costs a lot more money to run this whole thing. When I did the math for it, I realized, well, it's still cheaper than rent. A house, yeah, I didn't lose any money on my house. I sold it for basically more than I paid for it because I renovated it and all that, but that's a whole nother story. And yeah, that's the odd question too. A lot of newer viewers here, you're probably thinking right now, Kevin, why would you sell your house? That's one of the hardest things to get in Canada right now. To be honest, there's certain places in Canada you can get a house and it's not very hard. There's certain places you can go out and buy a house for very cheap in Canada. The problem is the location of it, and that was my issue with that. I didn't like where I was living, and so I had to make a decision to if I wanted to keep it or get rid of it, and that's what I chose. I just wanted to get rid of it and get out of the town and be able to kind of just go out and do what I want. So I understand like the equity, I understand like having it going up in value over the years, and of course it would, of course all that, but I can do that later in life, and I can do that somewhere that I actually want to live in life. Like right now I'm enjoying this. If I wanted to, I could save for a house while living in this, and I think this would be a lot more productive than trying to rent somewhere and then try to save for a house. Now, y'all don't have to worry. I'm not getting a house anytime soon. That's probably like a long time away. I am very much enjoying this lifestyle, and I do not plan on quitting it anytime soon. This is too much fun. Like honestly, what other lifestyle have I had that I've been able to just decide to choose to where to live? Not to mention, I was able to go see my parents last month and then come back up here, go on some more little trips and stuff and shoot some more video for you guys, and then go see my friends and catch up with them after how long? Like, I seen my friends more when I lived there, but I don't know, did I? I guess some of them I seen more, but some I didn't. Some I actually got to hang out with, and yeah, it's different like that. I don't know. A lot of people talk about you don't have community with this lifestyle. And maybe that's true. But I for sure make an effort to contact some of my friends and still talk and stay in touch with them. Same with family. I always stay in touch with family. I think that's kind of on you. And in all honesty, if you want community, you can do this lifestyle and just stay in one area. It's not impossible to do that. You can do this lifestyle, stay there, and get a job. I did that for 6 months of this lifestyle. And that worked awesome too. Like, yeah, it's... If anything, that's even easier. You get your normal spots, you get a routine. It's so easy. You're just running around. There's no like deciding, where am I going to go now? Where am I going to stay the night? Where am I going to get water? Where am I going to dump my tanks? Like, if you're in one area and you figured all that stuff out in the first month, like the next 6 months are just like breezy through the winter. So, I don't know. So yeah, I'd say staying in one spot and breezing through the winter, like that's actually a great way to do this. How I'm doing it right now, I don't even know. I gotta get to BC. It's starting to get cold out here. I think we're gonna have this weekend a day of minus 13. Like during the day, that's the high. So that should be interesting. So, how long can I do this for? Honestly, as long as I want. Doesn't really matter, does it? I think I want to say that, like, I'm really enjoying life right now. A lot more than I have in, like, the last probably while. It's been a while. And I think I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing and kind of just chase the happiness and just continue on. It's been good. I also want to say, before I blow this out, which should be soon because the wax is going to get into the thing soon and that won't be good. I want to thank you all for following along and joining me on this journey. It means a lot. The channel's 1 year is coming up too, and I think I'm going to do a whole separate video on just that. But beforehand, I want to say, like, every time you guys come knock on the door, wave me down as I'm driving by, and I meet you guys, and it moves me so much, and it means so much to me that you guys are watching and following along, and it's the most unreal feeling, and I want to just thank you guys for coming along and joining me on this journey. So with that being said, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe. And I can't wait to take you with me on the next one. Here's to another year. That's a lot of icing. See you guys.